Hello, everyone. Welcome to PWRN, Passionate World Radio Network. I am your host, Kim Weiler. You are listening to my show, Taking Control of Our Health. Today, I have to share something with you guys. I have to come clean and stand in my truth. You know that my message is one of self-love, taking care of ourselves, making our happiness our number one priority. We have to do this to heal, no matter what the illness or ailment is. I believe it's so important. And doing this actually helped me heal my skin. It's no joke. So lately, I've had a really hard time saying no to people, which means I'm not putting myself first. You see, I'm a people pleaser. I'm a people pleaser. And it makes me really feel good to say yes to help people in any way that I can. But sometimes I say yes even when it overwhelms me. Sometimes I say yes knowing that it's going to take time away from my self-care or even time with my husband. Sometimes I say yes for all the wrong reasons, and that's to make others happy even when it makes me unhappy. And this is and will always be one of my life's biggest lessons. And until I learn to say no more often when I really want to and need to, I believe I'm just going to continue being put in these situations to learn this lesson until I learn it. So do you notice any patterns in your life? Maybe like me, it's saying yes when your soul wants to say no. Maybe you keep picking the wrong man or woman who doesn't treat you that nice. Maybe you keep finding yourself complaining about the same thing over and over, and it just follows you around wherever you go. Well, today I challenge you to take a really deep look at that one or more than one thing in your life and make a promise to yourself that you'll start to make change, because you can. That's the thing. You can make change. You have the control. I remember this one specific job I had in television where my boss would constantly load my plate up with work. And I would walk around all day like a crazy lunatic, feeling crazy overwhelmed and angry about it. And I never expressed to her how overwhelmed I was. I never told her I couldn't handle more than one thing on my plate. She would let me stay till midnight if I had to. And this went on for quite some time because I'm a really hard worker and I wanted to get it done for her. But that was never going to happen unless I sacrificed parts of my life for her. I eventually had to say something. I had to make change in order to learn that lesson and to not allow it to keep coming towards me. Somebody recently told me that Oprah said that saying no was the hardest word she had to learn to say. And I've read all sorts of articles and blogs over the years about saying no, and the one message that I keep getting from that, said in all sorts of ways, is that sometimes you have to say no to others in order to say yes to you. And I get that. I really get that. But why does it feel so difficult sometimes? And I think it feels hard because we're not used to saying yes to ourselves more than others. I mean, think about it. Our entire life we're taught to say yes to others, our teachers, bosses, coworkers, parents, spouses, siblings, our kids. We're always doing for others every day, all day long. One article I read, the author referred to saying no as a gentle art. I just love that. It is a gentle art, isn't it? When it seems everyone needs you, you have requests, favors, obligations, emails, phone calls, texts. You have to run errands. You have needs. You have work. Oh, my gosh. The list just goes on and on. It's so overwhelming. But this is the thing, and I'm really learning this too right now. Saying yes when you need to say no, it just causes you to burn out. That's what it does. You're simply spread too thin, and either stuff doesn't get done or it just doesn't get done well. So I found myself asking the universe why saying no feels so hard. I mean, what is behind this fear? And when I dug down deep to answer this question, I knew right away what it was. It was, for me, that I didn't want to disappoint people. I mean, I also feared a little bit that if I said no to a work opportunity that they wouldn't ask me again in the future. But mostly it had to do with disappointing people. Being a people pleaser, I naturally want to say yes to everybody and everything. I fear rejection. So if people are disappointed or upset with me that I'm saying no, they might reject me. And that scares me somewhere deep down inside. You know, I told you I'm standing in my truth today. Well, I am. So this is my limiting belief. And the truth is, I find myself saying yes way too much. And then I get all angry and resentful, and I'm angry with me. It's no one's fault but my own. So do you think that these toxic negative emotions have an impact on my skin? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. So to keep my skin clear, I know what I need to do. I need to say no. I need to keep my stress reduced. I need to value my time more. And if you relate to this at all, so do you. You know, let's work on that muscle together. There's really nothing wrong with telling people that there's just a bit too much on your plate right now. That's it. That's all you need to say. I think we just need more practice. And the more we say no, the easier it'll get, right? It really is a muscle. We just have to work it. And I challenge you and myself to say it without apologizing, because we have absolutely nothing to apologize for. Someone recently just said to me, Kim, just say no. And I said, well, I really don't want to screw anybody over. And she said, oh, but it's okay for you to screw yourself over. And that message was loud and clear. If we allow people to continually take our time, they'll just keep doing that, right? You know, I read this awesome quote by a woman named Sonia Parker. She said, live your life for you, not for anyone else. Don't let the fear of being judged, rejected, or disliked stop you from being yourself. That's so true, isn't it? This is all a part of self-love, you guys. This is why we are on our journeys of life, to learn and love and find ways to feel joy. I would really, really love to hear from you with your stories about the gentle art of saying no. You can contact me at kim@healingmyskin.com. Tell me what lessons you need to learn. I would love to hear. I'm super excited for my next podcast. I'll be having my very first guest. Her name is Jennifer Phillips. She's a fellow holistic health coach as well as a professional artist who also healed her skin through nutrition and self-love. So we're going to delve into everything from diet to self-love to her secret weapon to find joy and happiness in this life. So stay tuned for that. And to listen to the show, you can go to Passionate World Radio Network, or you can find it on iTunes by typing my name, Kim Weiler, Weiler, Healing My Skin. You can also find my book, P.S. It's All About Love, on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Outskirts Press. This is your host, Kim Weiler, with Taking Control of Our Health on PWR Network. Thank you so much for listening.